Poland. At the time, being the most important Rav in Poland meant you were the most important Rav in all of Ashkenazi Jewry. He was relatively young. He died when he was young. He died on Lag BaOmer. This is Yortzeit. We will see in a few moments his burial place, which is immediately behind this shul. We'll talk about that in a few more minutes. If you go over to the Omed, you'll see that, as it says, Memamakim Kurasicha Hashem, the meaning in the old shuls was where the Baal Tefillah daven was a little bit lower. Unlike these days where you think you have to put the Baal Tefillah higher, the old meaning was that the Baal Tefillah should be a little bit of a step lower. Over here is a traditional example of exactly that kind of a shul. A lot of what you see is new. These were mostly redone. One of them is not redone. I don't know which one. One of them is not a renovation. One of them is the original pattern. And I don't know which. I don't know which. But so I was told. One of these doors is an original. As you can see, there's electricity put here. You can see they're still doing renovations and fixing places where there are problems in the brickwork and where there is water seepage and water deterioration in here. And as I said earlier, this is the only place where, since the war, there has been an ongoing minyan. When I say there has been an ongoing minyan, there were probably times when the 10 people who were paid to come here and daven weren't actually Jewish. This is part of the tragic history of Poland, and it's not something we have to spend some time talking about. For example, if you go to Ger, we won't go there to traditional Ger community where the Ger Shtibel is. There is one Ger Chassid left in Poland who lives in Ger. He's a Jew of his late 80s. He's married to a non-Jewish girl. This non-Jewish girl took care of him during the war and helped hide him. After the war, there was a sense of debt and gratitude, and that's part of the history of what took place here. And certainly it's not for me to judge and say anything. That's the reality that we face when we come to a community like this one. The amount of intermarriage that existed during the years after the war was huge. Much of it, as I say, gratitude for those who took care of, and situations. You'll find the Jewish girl, when everybody was busy hiding the fact that they were Jewish. It was very few people were sufficiently brave in order to maintain their Jewish identity. In having seen the death of 9